Hey John, I'm gonna try to do this all in one take, because I don't want to mess with editing today. But today is Wednesday, August 4th, and I didn't do a video on Monday, but I'm doing one today because I was kind of lazy and didn't know what to talk about. But now I have a topic. So I'm going to talk about social media. So, social media, let me get my notes. Social media wasn't really a big thing when we were kids. We sort of grew up with the internet, I guess you could say. I mean, when I was young, or the only internet connection I had made horrible noises when it connected, was absurdly slow, and you couldn't use the phone at the same time. We've made advances since then. The internet is still absurdly slow, especially AT&T with their net neutrality going against this. But anyway, despite the absurdly slow internet and everything, the internet wasn't very exciting when we were kids. I still wanted to spend an absurd amount of time on the internet, but it wasn't really exciting. There were some cool games, there were some interesting sites, and I learned how to play RPGs, like tabletop RPGs on them, which is pretty cool and got me into that sort of thing. But now the internet is like the cool thing. Everyone has it, and it's not just for nerds anymore, like us. So now that the internet is social networking sites showed up, and it's different. Now you can just, I am your friend, or leave a message on their wall, or, stalk them through the internet. But if you wanted to stalk someone when we were kids, you had to work at it. You had to follow them around, you had to quiz their friends, you had to, look through the phone book to find their phone number. Because we didn't have yellowpages.com. Well, we probably did, but we weren't going to look stuff up on the internet. It would take forever. It's quicker to grab a book. But now, you can stalk people online on this wonderful site called Facebook. Everyone's heard of Facebook, I'm sure, so I'm not really going to go into detail about what it is. It's a social networking site. You're social and you're networking on it. And originally it was made for college kids as a Facebook that they would hand to incoming freshmen to, get to know everyone on campus. Sometimes. No. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about Facebook is how has Facebook changed our perceptions of socialness? That's not a word. The grammar in this one's terrible. Anyway, Facebook has changed the internet, but Facebook in particular has changed the way we view our relationships. Everything is public now. We're very open, even if we don't intend to be, I suppose. And we have lots and lots of friends. For example, I know some people that have like 300 friends on Facebook, and I don't even know 300 people in real life. I don't even think I know 300 people on the internet. I mean, I know there are 300 people on the internet, but I don't know their names or even what they would call themselves on the internet. So, what I guess I'm saying is that Facebook and social media has changed the way that we view friendships. They're now they're not something you build over time anymore. They're more something, hey, I just met you, let's be friends on Facebook. I can stalk you, I can tag pictures of you, and we both know what we're doing all the time. It used to be you had to call your friend and ask, hey, what are you doing? And they'd be like, nothing. But now you can go on Facebook and see your friends are doing nothing already. Very useful, I suppose. Less talking. But Facebook has also created this strange fascination that the internet should be private. And granted, there are things that should be private on the internet, but social networking sites are not the place to worry about privacy. I mean, yeah, you should have a right to your information and everything, but when you sign up for Facebook, you're sort of handing them over the rights to everything you put on there. And people complain about people gathering that information that they put on the internet and using it, not realizing somehow that the internet is public. I'm not sure how you missed that part, but it's very strange that people have this misconception of how privacy works online. And because of this misconception, I suppose, there's this other social networking movement taking over thing called diaspora. It's like a grassroots movement to be private on the internet or some such thing. It's not well defined, really. They just say, we'll be better than Facebook, give us money. And people did. They gave them lots of money. And not much has been shown for it yet, but there's hope. And I'll be keeping an eye out just because I'm curious as to how they'll make it private. Really, I still say the best way to be private on the internet with your friends is email, or IMing. IMing works. Or Skype. Skype is relatively private, except these creepy people who keep wanting to see when I'm online, and I'm like, no thanks, I don't know who you are. You don't need to know when I'm online. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up with a question to everyone who's watching, including you, John. Yes, answer this question. Why do you have or not have a Facebook or MySpace account? In my case, I do not have either. Because I don't care. I realized that all I was doing on Facebook was stalking people. And I don't care enough to stalk any of these people. Because the ones that I do care enough to know what they're doing, I'll ask them. And the ones that I don't care, I don't care. It's sort of liberating. Anyway, that's all I have to say about social media. This is kind of long, but I don't care. I'm not editing it. I'm gonna leave it because I'm lazy. I will see you sometime soon. Bye.